Two, one. I'm going to show you guys how to start a cool track, or a cool way of starting a track. And I stole this idea from Arcsun Arisen, and this is a track that starts off with a really dark pad, and it's just this one long sustained note. And I kind of stole the idea of mixing from that track, and I just want to show you how simple this is. So I have a pad here. I'm going to go over to the piano roll, and I'm just going to show you the notes on the piano roll, and you can see it's just an 8-bar long sustained pad. And I'm using Massive to do this. Massive makes some awesome sounds. I highly recommend it. But this is what this note sounds like. And on that pad, I have a filter that's opening that I'm automated. And all I'm doing in the intro of this track is I'm playing that pad with a sub sound, a sub effect sound. And I had this interesting, it's just a rain sound that I downloaded from a YouTube video just to add some kind of nature noises in the back. And I had this sweep effect. And then I'm bringing in this lead. I have it named as pad. This should be named as lead because I originally was going to do a pad, but this is the lead sound. And I'm just automating the filter on that lead. And all I'm doing is just starting with that dark pad. And I'm starting with that lead. And I'm slowly increasing the volume of that lead while opening the filter on it. And it creates this really enormous kind of opening effect in the intro. So let me just play this. And you can see I went from that pad and that lead over to the drums. And for the drums, I'm just using a lot of different tom samples. Like I was thinking of starting this with just a standard 4-on-4 kick, but it was like it would sound cooler to use toms and to throw the kick in later. So I could do the pad and the lead and then use these toms to build the beat up even more, and then eventually drop in the kick with the main bass. But I have a lot of different, I have a sub bass over here that I'm just using Synth to do. And that's just playing the sub bass. And then I have some drums down here. This is just the drum loop that I'm using, which is over here. And I have a lot of different toms. And I'm just playing different scores that I dragged out from a score bank that I have. And I'll show you these scores. They're really simple, and I'm just layering 2 toms, and then I just have different versions. And you can see something really cool is you could just layer two different toms together, and you can do the same notes on one version. So, and then on a different version, you can move the notes forward to get a different kind of groove. But there's so many different ways to do it. I just have a bunch of I have a rolling effect some here. That's not it. I have it's a fill, and this is just using a kick. I'm just using scoring to do this. Scores that I just drag out from over here that I've saved. And this is just a rolling fill using a kick drum. And it's so fun because you could just use the toms and you could do all these different variations. You'd have a kick coming up. It's so fun to build out drums, but this is what it sounds like. And before I play the outro part, I just want to show you what I'm doing here. And I have this, it's an FM bass where I'm layering a bunch of different synths together. And I just love doing these really dirty basses. And if you have some decent synths, it's not hard to do. You just open up a bunch of synths that sound really dirty like. So let me show you. I'm using Massive Citrus. Another Citrus. This is Silent, and this is Pro 53. You don't need all these bunch of synths. Like Massive is a really good synth. I also have Omnisphere, Silent, and Citrus. I would say those are the main four that I use the most. But you can get these really just by layering different scores. Like this is what the score looks like. And this is the main FM bass. And that's going over to 5. And you can hear when that filter opens, it's a huge bass. And like to get even, so I had that main FM bass, which is playing right here. And then to make it sound even like more explosive, I play those same notes down here on 46. And I was like, let me do an automation kind of thing that's happening on top of that really thick main bass. And so I'm using Silent, I'm using those same notes, and I'm just using an acid sound. And you can see here, I'm just dropping the velocity, which is closing the filter, and then at the end, it just does this jagged little thing. And then I was like, I want this bass to sound absolutely like just mean and dirty and just a brutal deep like FM bass. And so I did another, what am I doing? This is on 45. So you can see 46 playing here, and then I have 45. And I'm using, um, it's just a clone version from Citrus on the main bass. And I cloned one of the dirtier sounds. And again, it's playing the same notes, and I'm just doing a different kind of thing here. The other one is going up to down. This one is going down to up. And let me play this. And you can see I'm just building the bass up, and that FM bass is playing with the kick. And you could, let me play those two versions playing with the whole beat. I love making these, like, these are really strong and present sounds. When you start mixing toms, those really deep toms, with like an FM bass, these swelling sounds, I love Massive to do these swelling kinds of effects that you can hear playing behind the main bass. Another, I just clone Massive again, and I draw them in at the end of the beat, so you're having these fills at the end of the beat. And this is a great way to just add all of this tension behind the main bass. I like doing Massive. You could use any synth really to do this, but you can see the idea here. I'm just drawing fills in using these dirtier kinds of long sustain, just these one notes that are playing. Massive is an awesome synth. I think I like it better than Omnisphere, but I just wanted to show you what I'm doing, and I just have some other basic stuff going on. Like, I have a crash. This is actually a clap. That's just, it's a downbeat. And I've shown people in other videos, I like writing out these elaborate scores that I save inside of a score bank, and it makes it so much quicker to get these really dynamic, super dynamic sounds. Like, all of this stuff is scoring, just dragging out of my score bank so I can get these more elaborate, really cool and interesting drums. And I'm not playing around wasting, like 16 hours drawing grooves out from scratch. I mean, that's a great way to waste time, and this is just the way that I prefer to mix and mix things together. But I'm just showing you, like, if you're running out of ideas, why not just start with something simple like a long sustained pad, or just one note that's just moving really simple, and just add some atmosphere and other sounds into it, and then just build it up into a beat. You can start throwing drums in. There's so many different ways to do it, but I love this idea And there are so many different ways to execute this. But let me know if you like this video. If you have any ideas that you want to see in the future, drop a comment. And thanks for watching. Subscribe, like the video if you like the video. Take care. Bye-bye.